Hello my friends, this is DianaDew, and today we're going to be doing a magazine flipping and reading video. I took a tabloid which I found at my grandma's house, and I'm going to read out and make magazine sounds. Here we have on the front page Michelle Hunziker. She's a very famous Italian presenter. She also acts out in theaters. She recently became a mom, apparently. Well, she already had a daughter. And it says, Mamma Michelle e la piccola Sole. It's Mom Michelle and the little Sole. Sole means sun in Italian. E questa la felicità. This is happiness. And we have Piatti e bocce. Sposi il 4 luglio, i segreti delle nozze. Chiatti e bocci were getting married the 4th of July. The secrets of the wedding. She's Chiatti, he's bocci. And in cucina con il padre, la baby star di MasterChef. Cooking with her dad, MasterChef's baby star. Wow, she's so young, she's already so good at cooking. Schumacher Jr. è già un pilota. Papà, vincerò per te. Schumacher Jr. is a pilot already. Daddy, I will win for you. Here we have an advertisement. This actress is very famous and I couldn't remember her name, but I read it here and it's Andy McDowell. Well, she's a model, I think, not an actress. She has such pretty brown-green eyes. And this cream looks so precious and expensive. It's an anti-wrinkles cream. Corregge, risensifica, rimodella. Risultati che tocchi con mano. I'm not going to translate it, it's too hard. Water advertisements. They're not very common, I think, on magazines. Water advertisements are not very common on magazines, but this one must be particular because it is for kids, probably. Acqua Eva, puro gesto d'amore. See, it's mom kissing the baby. It says Water Eva, a love gesture, pure love gesture. This usually talks about bad things, so I will not read it. This is the mail of readers, and there's beautiful kids usually, and people sending pictures. Gli amici di Gente, friends of Gente. Ecco Mattia con la sorellina di Letta. Pubblicate su Gente. Grazie mamma e papà. Ciao a tutti, sono Martina e ho compiuto un anno. Un bel sorriso a tutti i lettori. Caro direttore, sono nonna Chicca, appena compiuto 100 anni. Oh, she's 100 years old. And she's a grandmother. Auguro a tutti voi di Gente tanta fortuna. People here are usually complaining to the director and he always replies. I 2 9 santi per sempre con voi. The 2 new saints always with you. With the next number of Gente, you have the artistic medal of Giovanni XXIII e Giovanni Paolo. Here's how it was created. Con il prossimo numero di 100 potrete avere la medaglia artistica di Giovanni XXIII e Giovanni Paolo. Ecco come è stata creata. This talks about popes, about the 2 saints. It says 2 papi che hanno fatto la storia. A sinistra Don Mazzi mostra il cartoncino con la medaglia che sarà legato al prossimo numero di 100 a soli 9,90 € in più. A destra la medaglia con i volti di Giovanni XXIII e Giovanni Paolo II, opera di Bolaffi, prestigiosa azienda torinese di numismatica filatelia. It also says that the dimensions are real, so this is how they look like. Dimensioni reali, 4 cm di diametro. It's 4 centimeters of diameter. This is Don Antonio Mazzi, Benedette da Don Antonio. Don Antonio Mazzi viene di Gente, realizzato in esclusiva per il nostro giornale. Traggono i due papi che il 27 aprile saranno proclamati santi da Francesco. Oh, they were saints, and so he's benedicting them for people who will buy this magazine. He's a very famous priest. La copertina, la Gente Michelle, è Baumania, dei film giornali di Elisabetta Canalis Aduto. Per le sale per gli italiani è Baumania, però i cani vanno scelti in modo consapevole, spiega in Spagna. It says that she's Elisabetta Canalis and everyone's buying dogs lately, and it's something that's very trendy, but the experts say that you have to choose a dog carefully. Sui monti con Wojtyla. Di Mezzani, un'idea piena di Giovanni Paolo II, presenta la fiction sull'amicizia con il Papa. Chiama Apostolo delle montagne, ricorda Zani. Il TV interpretato da Giorgio Pasotti. Sul digitale Gente e libri di Gente. L'app di Gente si allarga con 2 libri speciali dedicati a Giovanni XXIII e Giovanni Paolo II, i papi che saranno proclamati santi. Per scaricarli, una copia di Gente cosa sogna. She is Laura Pausini, splendida in TV. Stage ai 20 anni di carriera. It's 20 years she's working. E ai suoi quasi 40 anni con un show tutto suo in prima serata su Rai 1. Ora mi manca solo di cantare per il Papa, dice la professora. She's celebrating with a TV show all for her on a very famous, on a national TV station. And she says all that she's missing now is to sing for the Pope. Un letto da sfilata. All'Hotel Maison Moschino a Milano, tra re di couch. La prima tappa del viaggio è la scoperta degli alberghi legati alle griffe della moda. Fashion hotels. I'm going to skip bad news. Anna la cinesina, genito italiano. È di Novara, nata da genitori italiani e ha vinto le Olimpiadi nazionali di neuroscienze. Ma non sono una secchiona, sono piena di amici. Vero, però collezionano le 10. It's Anna, the little Chinese girl. She's a little genius in Italian. She's from Navarra, and her parents are they're from Asia, and she won the National Neuroscience Olympics. She says, I'm not a geek and I'm full of friends. They say right, but she collects all 9s and 10s. So she's an Italian genius, amazing. So proud of her. How old is she? Anna Pan, 17 years old. Mostra fiera l'attestato del primo premio delle Olimpiadi delle neuroscienze. A sinistra con il gruppo di finalisti. So these were the finalists, and here she's showing. Smartphone. Arriva l'antifurto. Dal 2015 negli USA e poi in Europa i cellulari avranno un sistema di sicurezza per rendere inutilizzabile il telefono in caso di furti e cancellare dati sensibili. This is extremely interesting. smartphone. Here come the anti-theft. From 2015 USA, even in Europe, cell phones will have a secret system. It will make the telephone unusable in case of theft, and it will delete all data. On the phones, we have 1, 2, 3 phones. We have 1, 2, 3 phones. There's people that's having coffee. Cellulare a prova di ladro. In arrivo con l'antifurto nel 2015 anche un sistema che consente al cellulare di riconoscere il suo padrone dall'impronta digitale. It says that people that the cell phone will be able to recognize the owner by digital prints. Oh, this is interesting. I know the answer because my boyfriend's mom comes from Uruguay. Cos'è il mate? La bevanda argentina, tanto amata da Papa Francesco. Durante il giro tra i fedeli in via della Conciliazione, un ragazzo ha offerto al pontefice una bevanda che lui ha accettato e gradito. Da dove viene ricavato? It says, what is mate? The drink, the Argentine drink that Papa Francesco really loves. And see that somebody offered him this mate and he really appreciated it. And they asked what it's made of. It's in Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay, and all of Southern America. It's an yerba mate. And here it says all the process. Here's another sponsor page of P&G, and there are all its brands, all shampoos and hair cutters. It's a discount, so you just spend 20 euros, you get 20 more to spend apparently. Can count how many rounds we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And this is la settimana 10 fotografie. It's the week in 10 pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maserati più Heidi, uguale perfezione. Che grinta Heidi con 40? In posa per i 100 anni della casa automobilistica italiana Maserati. So Heidi Klum is posing with Maserati for its 100 years. Lo scooter in valigia. Lo scooter pieghevole diventa una piccola valigia. Prodotto da Green Energy Motors. Costa solo 4.300 €. It's a luggage scooter and it's pretty expensive. It's like 4,000 euros. 4,300 euros is like $6,000. And you see, you can turn it into a scooter. Cool. I think maybe you mount here. Un libro per Bofo. Fede di Calisi, 35, vedova del campione di volley Igor Bovolenta, stroncato da un'infarto il 24 marzo 2012. Ha presentato il libro Non ci lasceremo mai, una vita con volley. Oh, poor thing. She's the wife of a volleyball player who died 2 years ago, and she wrote a book about how they always be together. Maratoneti coraggiosi. Andres Lane, Jeff Glassbrenner e Chris Madison alla maratona di Boston un anno dopo gli attentati in cui persero una gamba. They are brave marathonists. It's Andres Lane, Jeff Glassbrenner and Chris Madison running at Boston 1 year after the terrorism attacks. This is South Korea. No, I'm just going to skip it. And this is Top Cat, and I was really curious to see what it is. Chissà cosa direbbe questo bicio se potesse commentare la conciatura che gli hanno fatto in occasione del campionato di toilettatura in New Jersey. Will they wonder what this kid would say, this kitty would say, if he could comment the hairstyle they did to him in New Jersey? La famiglia più solare. We have Kate Middleton, Prince William, and Baby George. La famiglia più solare, capelli al vento, il luminoso abito giallo limone per l'arrivo in Australia di Kate, 32 anni, con il marito principe William, 30, e George, 9 mesi. It says they went off to Australia and she has a pretty yellow dress. Sonora volando su Piazza Nuova. Un SMS meglio di un mio bacio. Genius, italiani, si nasce. I think it is a couch cover. I think it's very smart because everyone always runs the risk of spilling water or liquid. Yeah, it's a couch cover. You see the kids playing. Marce Gaia le altre, le nuove boss degli enti pubblici stanno vedendo. Ma che quote rose! Le signore al vertice delle aziende hanno solide carriere e anche di stile imprenditoriale alle spalle. Quindi Renzi ha fatto la scelta giusta. It talks about Marce Gaia and other women which are at the head of public institutions, and some people probably criticized that they were placed there because of they call it pink quotations in Italian, and it's like an affirmative action but for women in politics. But here it says that they already have a lot of experience behind their shoulders, and it's not an affirmative action, they're just very expert with it. La gente in piazza con un numero sui caschi. Dopo il caso del poliziotto che ha arrestato una ragazza, molti tornano a chiedere che le forze dell'ordine siano identificabili da copricapo. È possibile, giusto? You can ask if it would be correct for police agents to have a number on their helmets for easier identification. Felicità alla luce del sole. Un pomeriggio indagente per la showgirl e la sua bambina che sfoggia un look irresistibile con loro un amico speciale, il barboncino Lily. Oh. So it's an afternoon, a great afternoon for the showgirl and her kid. They're also dressed extremely pretty, and they have a special friend, Lily. So it says there's two puppies, human puppy and dog puppy. Vicine vicine, extremely close. Si è parlato di crisi con Tommaso, ma lei mette su Facebook una foto di famiglia, schiacciatura. They were talking about doubts with her boyfriend, but she published a picture on Facebook of the whole family. And this puppy is too cute. They say, what energy, mama, mammina, che grinta mammina. They're commenting her clothing style here because she's she has a great dressing choices. I really like the green pants and with the blue leather jacket. I don't like Converse. I don't like these shoes because they're flat and uncomfortable. They look great on her, especially since it's blue matching with a leather jacket. And baby is just adorable. This is an embryo swap, which I'm not going to read about. Papà, campione mio, vinco per te. Mick, mio Schumacher, sul podio in una gara di kart. Spero di raccontarvi presto l'emozione che ho provato. Attimi felici. Mick nel 2010, con papà Michael, 45 anni, e mamma Corinna, 44. Dad, my champion, I'll win for you. And here it says that his son won in a go-kart race. Michael ama Mick, gli veglie e coscienza, rivelano ore medici. Michael has conscience and awake moments. Sì, lo odio. Un cane per amico. Yes, I do. A dog for a friend. Here we have Elisabetta Canalis with her two pinchers. They're called Pier and Mio. She says, I love them like they're my son. I love this kind of dog. It's a pug. I think they're extremely cute, but I know that they suffer a little bit through life. I don't think I would ever get a new breed of dog, but I don't like to see one. I really like to see pugs. And this is Tino Garavani, and he's 81, but he looks so young, so many hair. And apparently he has more than one because it says con uno dei suoi teneri Carlini, and it's with one of his cute pugs. Sono inseparabili. Francesca Pascale, 28 anni, fidanzata di Silvio Berlusconi, collaborato famosissimo barboncino bianco. This is Francesca Pascale, and she's Berlusconi's girlfriend with the famous dog, Gigi. Uno di casa, Antonella Clecci, 50 anni, che nessuno abbraccia Oliver. Per mia figlia Maella, un fratello maggiore. She says that for her daughter Mael, her Labrador Oliver is like an older brother. I already saw something which, if it weren't an ASMR video, I would be screaming back out about. It's Gloria Guida, passeggia con Nana, e molte storie della nipotina Ginevra. She's having a stroll with her nephew's little dog. The first dog. Il first dog è sportivo. Ama le lunghe passeggiate. Boh. Il cao de água portoghese del presidente Obama, 52. Orgoglio di famiglia. Christian Music. I really want you to see his face because it's extremely funny. Are you seeing this dog? This is like a future meme. Mostra felice Fred, it's a Boston Terrier. And what I was about to scream about was this, because I know that lots of people don't like her, but she's like such an iconic fashion icon. And I was just seeing how beautiful her dress is. And she has a Chanel bag. And she's got these beautiful décolleté shoes, which have a cut plateau, which is smaller than the shoe itself. And the heel is slightly thick. And her Chihuahua Bishop is dressed like her. I mean, like, I know that this is something which you either hate or you love. In my case, I love it. I love these vein things. Noi non molliamo, un posto ci sarà. Voglio fare l'interprete. Torino Maria, 21 anni. She's Maria. A fianco con la nozze, lo so, Milanini. Mostra le copie del suo curriculum. Studia come interprete e cerca lavoro per l'estate come hostess in un call center. Armati di curriculum e grinta, tra gli stand della fiera dell'impiego, a caccia di uno dei 6.000 contratti offerti, spesso stagionali. Ecco le storie di chi pensa che questa può essere la volta buona. They're all here at the stand, at the work, it's not a party. It's like an expo of work, and there are only 6,000 job offered. But I really don't like this idea because it's like people are going to be kept desperate for hours standing. Well, yeah, I like it. Maybe, there's a way to meet some good workers. I mean, I would go there as an agency, as somebody who needs workers, but as a worker, whoa, sorry. Ci sono anche le Olimpiadi dei mestieri, sfida tra under 22. There's jobs, Olympics, and those under 22 years will challenge each other. Tutto in 5 minuti. Sopra, 3 candidati davanti agli esaminatori di L'Oréal Saipo. I colloqui lampo durano 5 minuti. A destra Paolo, 56 anni. Una vita come direttore d'albergo in Africa. Ora è tornato in Italia in studio di suo figlio adolescente e pronto a ricominciare da capo. They're saying that the interviews last 5 minutes. They're like really flash interviews. And he is Paolo, 56, and he's been a hotel director in Africa, and he's come back to Italy now because of his son. Arrivano il ministro e la padrona di casa. Il ministro del lavoro, Giuliano Poletti, con l'assessore al lavoro e alla formazione professionale della regione Piemonte, Paola Porchetto, 46, che assieme all'agenzia Piemonte Lavoro ha organizzato la 16ª edizione di Io Lavoro. L'emergenza in cifre. Così i ragazzi restano fuori. 42,2%. Il tasso di disoccupazione giovanile tra i 15 e i 24 anni in Italia. Il dato europeo è il 23%. It says that 42.2% of young people between 15 and 24 are without a job. And Europe is 23.4%. If you had to ask me, I am sure that lots of people actually work, but they're not taxed. I mean, they're not actually regularly workers, so it's not true there's so many left out. I mean, there are, and they don't have benefits, but I think it is another kind of problem. 1 out of 2. The most occupation is in Sicily and Calabria, where 1 youngster every 2 doesn't work. I honestly am not convinced about it. I mean, I'm sure that they do not have good working conditions, but there's just lots of people that work but are not registered. 74,5 milioni di disoccupati under 25 nel mondo nel 2013, quasi 1 milione in più rispetto al 9%. Well, this is another weird number because it says 74.5 million of not working people under 25 in the world. I'm just not sure how we can measure how many people are not working. Also because if somewhere somebody is not working, it means that somewhere else there's lots more people working. Quando Wetiwa mi diceva, portami a sciare. When Wetiwa used to tell me, take me to skiing. La prima volta sulla Lamella, poi al Terminillo e in Valle d'Aosta. Mi chiamo Apostolo delle montagne, dice Nino. Quando mi rimproverava, ma quanto mi rimproverava per le mie tante donne. He used to take Wetiwa skiing, and he was the apostle of mountains, but he scolded him because he had too many women. And isn't this funny? It's him, Nino. He was like a second family for the Pope. Quei giorni del luglio 1984 Wojtyła incontrò una gente semplice e generosa di montagna. Something. He met the people of the mountains, and they are simple and generous. This is the place where I stay. It's probably very famous now. And this is a movie scene. Pasotti is perfectly Nozani. I due papi santi in diretta in 3D. They're probably gonna make the two popes scenes in 3D. It would be cool if it could be binaural or something. It's Laura Pausini. La svolta dei 40. Faccio la scelta. The turn of my 40 years. I'll do. Celentano is a singer presenter, and she says I'll do him. Because they call him the Mongugiato, because I have no idea why actually. Bacio alla messicana. Laura Pausini bacia il fan dal Messico durante un programma TV. La conduttrice si era sentita male e ha dovuto improvvisare, ha raccontato la cantante, che non me la sono cavata bene. She says that she sent a kiss to her fans in Mexico because she had to invent something as the presenter felt sick, so she just had to do something. Ho perso i 20 kg dalla gravidanza. I lost the 20 kilos from pregnancy. Tra diete e sport, forzato ce l'ho fatta, ma io non posso rinunciare alla pasta. She said that the diet, not the sports, she made it, but she will never ever live without pasta. She's Italian. Uno sguardo che sta stregando tutto il mondo. Eyes which are enchanting the whole world. And he had a baby, apparently. She's a very, very famous Italian singer. 105 scotta, 105 non stop. Siamo bravi ragazzi, siamo irruenti, irriverenti. Siamo rumore, siamo buon umore. It's a radio ad. È tutto vero. Wendy amava Tony. Prima dello scandalo, Tony Blair, 60 anni, dal 1997 al 2007, primo ministro inglese, con la moglie Cherie, 59. La coppia era molto amica di Martin e Tony è stato anche il padrino di Grace, la loro figlia più grande. La realtà è quasi come un film. Rupert Murdoch, 83 anni, e l'ex moglie Wendy Deck, 45. Hanno divorziato dopo 14 anni di matrimonio. Ad essere Kevin Costner, 59, Madeleine Stowe, 55, Anthony Quinn, non so più nessun nome, nel film Revenge, nel 1990, la cui trama e l'ambientazione ricordano un triangolo tra Rupert, Tony e Wendy. Well, it says that she really did love Tony, and they divorced after 14 years of marriage, probably after this. And this movie, which is Revenge, really remembers us of this story. And this actress, Madeleine Stowe, kind of looks like Kristen Stewart. And there's such a big age difference. Oh. Buonanotte, signora maestra. Cena alle 19:45. A letto alle 21:15. E prima di prendere il sonno si può mandare un bacio cintoria via Skype. Il costo? 95 euro a sera. I think it's a hotel for kids. Good night, Mrs. Teacher. I'm really curious. Do you know what it is? Anna Podestà ha 39 anni, pedagogista e direttrice della scuola Dada. Ai bambini piccoli legge sempre un libro di fiabe per farli addormentare se legna nei loro letti. It's in the school and she reads books to the kids to make them sleep better. Prima di accettare i piccoli, incontriamo i genitori per essere informati di ogni abitudine ed esigenza. Before keeping kids, we meet the parents, so we're informed of all habits and needs. I gemelli spaziali saranno diversi. Scott Kelly vivrà sulla stazione orbitale per un anno, mentre il fratello Mark resterà a terra e uno dei due diventerà più vecchio. So the space dreams will be different because one will stay in an orbital station for a year and the other one will stay on Earth. So one of them will be older when they come back. Samantha, vado anch'io lassù. Samantha says, I'm going up there too, and it's the first Italian woman in space. It kind of bothers me every time that they say the first woman does this, the first woman does that, because it's like we're not placing value on the fact that Samantha Cristoforetti did something cool and something special like going to space. It's just that she's a woman. To me, she's not representing anybody, and it kind of bothers me when people say the first woman as if she's anti-representation. No, it's her. She's not a woman, she's Samantha, first of all. Living kitchens, bathrooms. This is an ad from Scavolini, which is a very famous brand of kitchens, bathrooms, living rooms. Grazie a professionisti come loro siamo diventati la più amata degli italiani. Thanks to professionals like them, and we're going to count them. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Thanks to these professions, we've become the most loved Italians from Italians. Un professionista Scavolini sa come trasformare una casa nella sua casa. A Scavolini professional knows how to turn a home into your home. Oh, these are very good ads. I really like ads. There's a QR code. I don't understand if it's an article or an ad. Oh, well, this looks very beautiful. I really like this kind of things. Ebbene sì, siamo fidanzati. Flavia permetta e fa due fondini e mettono al loro letto. È successo così, senza esserci dice lei, e lui, ci basta un solo sguardo per comprendere. And they're in a relationship and they're two tennis champions, Italian tennis champions, and he's 27 and she's 32, and they're in the United States taking this picture. Here's a picture, I think. It's them getting massage after a match. Da quando si amano sono saliti nelle rispettive classifiche. Ever since they've been in love, they've gone up the rankings. Smash amore. It's probably other love stories. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, these are extremely fashion and precious hotels. It's like a Sartorian. It's like you see all the dresses. It's so fashion. It's oh wow! Look at this. I don't really like this dress but the design is extremely elegant, and it's gonna be so expensive to go here. I really do like the red bed though, and this would be beautiful if it was just this and not this. Is I needed like a half circle and a very soft red bed. Hotel Maison Moschino, it's Moschino of course. Alloggiare qui costa da 180-500 euro a notte. Questo letto si può acquistare per 4.800 euro. You can stay here for a night from 180 to 500 euros per night. And you can buy this bed for 4,800 euros. Well, this was part 1 of this magazine reading. As soon as I have time, I'll do part 2. Because I'm leaving for holidays now, but you will see this video when I'm back already. So this was DianaDew. I hope you have a great day, a great night, whatever you're off to doing. Goodbye, guys.